I know it's been ages since I posted. Trust me, I know it's been a while. 3 years, wow. To be honest, I had so much planned for this channel. So much I had planned for this channel. What has been happening? So it's been 3 years. So, I was pregnant. I also had the whole pregnancy journey. I had childbirth. There was childbirth, maternity, and now I'm raising a toddler. My daughter is 3. Her name is Zara. She's lovely. She's full of life. She she keeps me on my toes. I love her. She's great. But at the same time, I also want to come back to this channel, and I just want to bring this channel back again. I had a different topic in mind to what I'm currently talking about. So the topic for today is, is just a reminder that we are humans and we make mistakes. So recently I made a mistake at work, and I've been kicking myself about it. It's that kind of mistake that I do not expect from myself, and also is that kind of mistake that people do not expect from me. Or maybe it's just in my head and I'm thinking, okay, people won't expect this mistake from me, but now it has happened. And then I've been dwelling on the mistake because, you know, it's a silly one, and it's one that, could have been avoided. And it's just a reminder, that mistakes are bound to happen. As much as, we want to be near perfect, but we can't. We are human beings. We make mistakes, and I've made a mistake. And I know that, there are people, out there also, that have made mistakes, and just like me, and you're thinking, you've made mistake either in, your relationship, your finances, your studies, your health, your relationship, even at your workplace, and you're hung up on the mistake, just like I am. So the good news is that even though we've made the mistake, they don't define us. It's not equal to our worth. So we are what more than our mistakes. We try our best to, learn from the mistake. What can we do going forward? So that's how I like to think about it. What can we do going forward? Is this something I can control? So one thing that kind of like I was hung up on something because of this mistake was the fact that I was like, oh, will this, how I've held myself to this high standard, and then people also hold me to this high standard. And then I'm just like, will this change how people see me now? Like, will the standard now be different? Or, will they still have that trust in me even after I've made the mistake that I've made? So that's one thing that I was thinking of. But, it's not for us to change how people see us. People will always be people, but just keep doing you, keep being you, and they will come along. It's possible that, they might see you differently. It's possible that they won't, but it's not for us to focus on that. What we should do is we should dwell on, how we want to learn or how we want to be seen moving forward. So accepting that mistake, that we've made a mistake, and also how do we move forward, learning from the mistake and hoping that, we don't repeat the mistake again. So this channel has always been to talk about, our struggles, our challenges, just like I'm talking to you. I've been struggling about, the sense of, this mistake, and, it's almost spoiling my whole week. So that's why I want to talk about it first. And, I just want to talk to anyone out there that is in a similar situation and feeling like you're alone. Just know that you're not alone. It happened to me as well. So, I made a mistake. You made a mistake. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. We can live with it, and just move on. Even the Bible encourages us to, focus on the future instead of focusing on past mistakes. Philippians 3:13-14. It says, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before us, I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. One thing I also want to say is that I'm a Christian and I'm proud to be a Christian. And even though I'm a Christian, this channel is for everyone. It's open to any and everyone because I want to be able to motivate everyone and anyone, who needs to feel uplifted, who needs hope, who needs, that listening ear. So that's what I'm here for. So I don't really care if you're a Christian or you're not a Christian. I'm here to talk to everyone. So your turn. If you're watching this and you are currently beating yourself up over a mistake you made today, last week, or even years ago, I want to remind you that, you can just, breathe, just breathe because you're not alone. We aren't robots. We are not robots. Mistakes don't define your words, it doesn't define your identity. It just proves that you're living and you're learning. So I also am learning to be kinder to myself, in this new chapter. Be kinder to myself, even though I've made the mistake. And I want to put it out to you to also be kinder to yourself as well. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I know that I'm not alone in this, so it's your turn. What is one mistake you've made recently that you're struggling to let go of? Or better still, how do you practice being kinder to yourself when things don't go, perfectly as you planned? So I want to hear from you. Let's talk about it in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.